There's nobody relieving us until midnight. Quick, get them, hurry!
Μπάνιο.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
What is the meaning of this? We were told that there would be no interference from the authorities. Oh? An errant group of do-gooders, then? You will regret this, you know. Believe it or not, we've been given dispensation to do our business here. The humans talk a great deal about how very wrong slavery is. But isn't it funny how quickly the smell of gold overcomes such ideals?
Ω, γάμο του. Έχει αλλάξει κάμερα.
I am no fool. I can see that you are capable. So be it. I will let Caladrius deal with you while I fetch the Regent's men. I suggest you leave while you still can.
Trap right ahead. Trap right ahead.
I'll get on it. Now's better than later.
Δεν πολύ με ενοχλεί πως έπρεπε να πάω πίσω να πάρω τη Μόριγκαν. Γιατί έχει μάγο στο βάθος.
Now's better than later.
Α, μπορώ να αλλάξω.
Of all the...
Nice.
get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Where now?
Μπορούμε να δούμε και από τις δύο πλευρές.
I am Caladrius, and you, I assume, must be the Grey Warden I've heard so much about. One can hardly get a word out of the Regent besides Warden these days. It's surpassed even gold in popularity. Yes, you would be curious about that, wouldn't you? I've heard that you're trying to erode Logain's support. It must be a difficult task, yes, like washing away a mountain. Perhaps you could use some help. More of an arrangement, truth be told. One that disappears the moment angry armed intruders storm my abode. Truth be told, there was always a limit to how long we were going to be able to operate here. We've paid for many of Logain's troops, but once the landsmeet is done, we become inconvenient. So, here is my offer. 100 sovereigns from you for a letter with the seal of the Terran of Guaren upon it, implicating him in all of this. Then, we leave a few days earlier than planned, with our profits and remaining slaves unharmed.
'Tis a reasonable enough starting offer.
I feel dirty. We're not considering this, are we?
So, do we have a deal? Even you must admit it's much better than resorting to barbarism, yes? Interesting. Now, that's not much of a deal, is it? Let's do this the hard way, then. Men?
Θέλω να δω αν μπορώ να τον κάνω να φύγει.
Off I go.
I am Caladrius, and you, I assume, must be the Grey Warden I've heard so much about. One can hardly get a word out of the regent besides Warden these days. It's surpassed even gold in... I've heard that you're trying to erode Logain's support. So, do we have a deal? Interesting. Oh, no, that won't do. These elves... Have you anything else to suggest? Now, that's not...
Βασικά. Όχι ρε φίλε. Oh. Περίμενε, να σε παγώσω, please. Ναι, πάρτα.
Enough! It seems your reputation is an accurate one. I surrender. Wait! Hear me out, kind sir. Were I to use the life force of the remaining slaves here, I could augment your physical health a great deal. Allow me to leave this place alive, and I would be more than happy to do this little service for you.
An interesting offer, if a tad messy.
Little service? He is talking of blood magic. Surely you would not consider such a thing. Most wise.
Then, I don't suppose you would consider just, letting me go? Ah. Well, that is a shame, isn't it?
Εσύ, πάνω του, δώσ' του. Εσύ, περίμενε. Εσύ, πάνω του. Δώσ' του. Ωραία, νομίζω ζουν όλοι.
Somehow, if I'd been asked to guess the next person to walk through that door, I wouldn't have said it would be a dwarf. Are you one of them? What happens to us now? Shiani? Did she send you here? Praise the Maker! We will not trespass long on your good graces. Come, everyone, let's go home.
Γράφει αυτό. Γράφει.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Indeed.
Damnation.
Όχ. Όχι. Καλά ήρθα από εκεί. Στο πάμε πάλι apartments. Να δω αν έχει αλλάξει κάτι.
So quiet.
Ωραία.
Yes, of course.
At your service.
Όμπλε.
Blood and damnation.
I'm sorry if I was rude today. Being dressed as ass, you'd think I'd learned some social graces. Anyway, what I mean by all this is, thank you.
Now's better than later.
Ω, μαγαζί.
Look who's here. I heard all about what you did to those Tevincers. Nice work. Of course. Just keep it quiet.
Hayden, that's a warden.
Listen, all we done is on the account of all how. The all you done in. What?
Poor little Payden has been a bit naughty, has he?
None of your jibes. Men, kill the warden.
Okay. Περίμενε, θα σας φτιάξω εγώ.
I'll get on it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Είναι εδώ. Πάει το κεφαλάκι σου.
Off I go.
Λοιπόν, κι άλλος είναι στο... Και αυτό το περίμενα. Πήγαινε μωρέ να πεθάνεις μόνος σου να δούμε τι θα καταλάβεις. Μετράει τον σκότωσα τώρα. You killed.
Yes? Why someone like you hanging about? Nugs? Yes. Better than nothing. Nuggets? Lots of people sell them here in Dusttown. What for? You going to cook them up yourself? And we're in... Yeah, I can find a nug for you. Could even get one from outside the city. Those ones in the deeps don't eat as much garbage. I don't know what they eat, but they always seem healthier, you know? Shiny coats, bright eyes. How much you giving me? Real silver, huh? I'll get you a big one for that. Give me some time. I got him. He's all squirmy, but he's a big fella. $40 silver? Real silver? I knew you'd be good on your word. Nice doing business.
Oh, it's one of those subterranean bunny pigs. Oh, look at him. Come here, you. Thank you so much. You've made my day.
Got it.
If I could have a moment. You've been busy, traveling all over. I was wondering if you'd check up on one more person.
I stand ready. Immediately.
Πίσω, πίσω, πίσω. Πίσω. Ωραία. Τι σκοτώσαν.
I heard there was quite a scuffle in the alleyways. Well done, Warden. Don't worry, Warden. Sam is already safely home back with his father. You took care of the father's other requirement. The man who kidnapped his son, Captain Chase, is quite dead. Thanks to you. That I can say. Crows are hired for their discretion, as well as for their performance. I've nothing more for you. Your payment is in the chest. I hope you find it most satisfying. My superiors want me to convey that, and when this blight ends, we'd love you to visit Antiva to discuss other opportunities. I did what I had to do, but there's no more need for word games. And I was expecting the same, but our order has survived the century. Like I said, sending Zebran after you was nothing personal. We've determined you are a far better ally. The Civil War brought me. You'll be pleased to know that, after all, it is not in the Crow's best interest that the Archdemon wins. For a time, we never cancel a contract once accepted. Just visit us in Antiva when... Just it...
Λοιπόν, θέλουμε Garnet, θέλουμε Brazilian Forest. Ας αυτό τα κάνω και αργότερα.
Warden, I am not surprised it has come to this. And Alistair, if you were even remotely worthy of being called Marik's son, you would already be in the landsmeet, now wouldn't you? You have torn this nation apart to oppose my lord, and never once tried to understand why he is a hero to Ferelden. But do not think you will get past me to desecrate the landsmeet itself. The nobles of Ferelden will confirm my lord as regent, and we can finally put this to rest once you are gone. I'm aware that he has changed. It has been difficult for him to realize his own countrymen would turn against him. I'm not surprised he is bitter. But he is still a great man, one of the best Ferelden has seen. Cailan was a fool. He grew up a spoiled child in his ancestors' palace. He never knew what it was to be hunted, to starve. Maybe the Grey Wardens killed him, or maybe my lord let him die of his own foolishness. Either way, it may have saved Ferelden. What was he supposed to do? You and Eamon were He never wanted a civil war. After Cailan died, everyone was supposed to rally, come together to fight the He never anticipated Merrick's bastard would challenge the throne and force this war. Fine, you're right. What would you have me say, Warden? Loghain is a great man, but his hatred of Orlais has driven him to madness. He has done terrible things. I know it. But I owe him everything. I cannot betray him. Do not ask me to. I wish I had died at Ostagar rather than lived to see this moment. Stop him, Warden. Stop him from betraying everything he once loved. Please, show mercy. Without Loghain, there would be no Ferelden to defend.
Cool.
My lords and ladies
Είμαι
of the
καινούργιος βασιλιάς, αλλά δεν φοράω
Tyrion
ρούχα.
Loghain would have us give up our freedoms, our traditions, out of fear. He placed us on this path, yet we should place our destiny in his hands? Must we sacrifice everything good about our nation to save it?
A fine performance, Aemon. But no one here is taken in by it. You would attempt to put a puppet on the throne, and every soul here knows it. The better question is who will pull the strings. Ah! Here we have the puppeteer. Tell us, Warden, how will the Orlesians take our nation from us? Will they deign to send their troops, or simply issue their commands through this would-be prince? Where is the famous steadfastness of the dwarves? How much did it cost the Empress to buy your loyalty?
There are enough refugees in Mybanor now to make that abundantly clear.
The South is fallen, Loghain. Will you let Darkspawn take the whole country for fear of Orlais?
The Blight is indeed real, Wolf. But do we need Grey Wardens to fight it? They claim that they alone can end the Blight. Yet they failed spectacularly against the Darkspawn at Ostagar. And they asked to bring with them 4 legions of Chevaliers. And once we open our borders to the Chevaliers, and we really expect them to simply return from whence they came? Do tell, Dwarf. The whole landsmeet has been quite frantic to hear a tactical analysis of Ostagar delivered by a clown. You goaded him into making that charge. He believed the tales, Warden. He thought your handful of men would turn the tide for him. Strategy and consequences be hanged. What would you have me do? Kaelin's was not the only life in my hands. Should I have sacrificed the entire army for his mistake? Do not imagine that you can shame me with Kaelin's death. He was Marik's son. My king. No one regrets his loss more than I do.
Indeed. Do we not owe it to Merrick to see his son on the throne?
If he were a true son of Merrick, I would not hesitate to swear fealty to him. But I see nothing of Merrick in this pup. But enough of this. I have a question for you, Warden. What have you done with my daughter? You took my daughter, our queen, by force, killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself. Lords and ladies of Ferelden, hear me. My father is no longer the man you know. This man is not the hero of Riverdane. This man turned his troops aside and refused to protect your king as he fought bravely against the Darkspawn. This man seized Kaelin's throne before his body was cold and locked me away so I could not reveal his treachery. I would have already been killed, if not for this Grey Warden.
So, the Warden's influence has poisoned even your mind, Enora. I wanted to protect you from this. My lords and ladies! Our land has been threatened before! It's been invaded and lost and won times beyond counting. We Fereldans have proven that we will never truly be conquered so long as we are united. We must not let ourselves be divided now. Stand with me, and we shall defeat even the Blight itself!
The Warden! I'm with the Warden. Southreach stands with the Grey Wardens.
The Warden helped me personally in a family matter.
Waking Sea stands with the Grey Warden.
Dragon's Peak supports the Warden! The Western Hills throw their lot in with the Wardens. Make her help us.
I stand by Loghain. We've no hope of victory otherwise.
I stand with the Warden. The Blight is coming. We need the Grey Wardens.
Traitors! Which of you stood against the Orlesian Emperor when his troops flattened your fields and raped your wives? You fought with us once, Eamon. You cared about this land once. Before you got too old and fat and content to even see what you risk. None of you deserve a say in what happens here. None of you have spilled blood for this land the way I have. How dare you judge me? Then, let us end this. I suppose we both knew it would come to this. When we first met at Ostagar, I would never have thought so, but Ostagar seems like it happened in another lifetime to someone else. A man is made by the quality of his enemies. Marek told me that once. I wonder if it's more a compliment to you or me. Enough! Let the landsmeet declare the terms of the duel.
It shall be fought according to tradition. A test of arms, in single combat until one party yields. And we, who are assembled, will abide by the outcome.
Will you face me yourself, or have you a champion? It is you or me the men will follow. So, let us fight for it. Prepare yourself. I underestimated you, Warden. I thought you were like Kalen, a child wanting to play at war. I was wrong. There's a strength in you that I have not seen anywhere since Marek died. I yield.
I didn't just hear you say that. You're going to let him live? After everything he's done? Kill him already!
Wait. There is another option. Batean is a warrior and general of renown. Let him be of use. Let him go through the joining. There are 3 of us in all of Ferelden, and there are compelling reasons to have as many wardens on hand as possible to deal with the Archdemon.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not? If he survives, you gain a general. If not, you have your revenge. Doesn't that satisfy you?
Absolutely not! Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you! How can we simply forget that? Joining the Wardens is an honor, not a punishment. Name him a Warden and you cheapen us all. I will not stand next to him as a brother. I won't! Loghain is a traitor. We need him like we need to be stabbed in the back. Or have you forgotten how his being a great general didn't help the last time? I didn't want to be king. I still don't. But if that's what it takes to see Loghain get justice, then I'll do it. I'll take the crown.
Listen to this. Can you see how disastrous a king he'd be? Putting his own selfish desires above the needs of his country? You can't seriously support him.
And I thought you weren't going to stab me in the back. Funny how nothing ever turns out like you thought.
Alistair, compose yourself.
Fine, you want Loghain and the Grey Wardens so badly? Then I'll be leaving the Wardens to marry Honora. Watch me.
This can be discussed later. We are keeping the landsmeet waiting.
Right.
And now, lords and ladies of Ferelden, there is still a blight to defeat, and armies to gather. And I appoint this man to lead us in both. We will not allow this land be further threatened by the Archdemon. Gather your forces, and await the Warden's command. On the morrow, we shall begin our struggle against the greatest threat Ferelden has ever faced. And we shall triumph over it, for we are Ferelden.
You are called upon to submit yourself to the Taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden.
I understand.
So it's done. My father lives, and for good or ill, he is now a Grey Warden. Thank you for giving him the opportunity to undergo the ritual. It couldn't have been easy. He does indeed. And my future husband is upstairs, no doubt glaring out of the window and pouting. He is so much like Cailan, it's disturbing. The Darkspawn run rampant over half of Ferelden. We are all about to have a very bad day. Arl Eamon has left for Redcliffe, and tells me that our armies have almost fully gathered there. I will be heading there myself. Bring your companions, and join us at Redcliffe Castle as soon as you are able. You have united Ferelden, Warden. Now we face the Blight.
Right here, old pal.
I passed your test. Fate has a twisted sense of humor, it seems. I suppose you think I'm some sort of monster. More so since I survived your ritual. You keep striking at me, and I just refuse to die decently. You're a poor liar, you know. It's kind of you to say so all the same. We must settle things between us somehow or other, or neither of us will get any work done. So, what will it be? Is that punishment meant for me or for you? And just like that, we're allies. I can't imagine it's so simple. I don't know what concession you want from me, Warden. I expect my word will not satisfy you. Indeed, I'd almost forgotten that. Thank you for the reminder. I think it's time we got to the point here. What do you want from me? I can't imagine that you spared my life in the landsmeet by accident. You have some plan in mind. Fortunate for me, then, that I've always been a man to take chances. I'm hardly blind to the irony of this situation. All of this can rightly be called my fault. Whether or not you can do better remains to be seen. But if you can make this the end, Warden, I will follow you, I swear it.
I suppose we'll see how long that lasts. We should speak no more of this at present. Time's wasting. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised at your success. You beat me. Perhaps you... Do you want something? I suppose I have a moment. Hey! I saw good, sensible men fight armored chevaliers with nothing. No weapons, no armies, not even hope. Nothing about war is right. It's a force of nature, like rain. My reasons weren't... In any case, there's no use discussing this. We have much work left to... Of course. Do you want something? I suppose he was my friend. He wanted to... What makes them so? He was so dirty, you'd have thought he'd been... He was bloody, exhausted, and obviously... Yeah. But I've rattled on for too long already. He knew... Merrick was never one to avoid his duty. It would have ruined Rowan, after all. She'd be reduced to a concubine in the eyes of our neighbors, and put... So Merrick made the hard choice. Eamon offered to raise the boy, and that was that. I was turned by then, and a general. You can buy respect through... But we've been idle long enough. We should get moving. Go ahead. I suppose that depends on how much... Once the border was secure, the army would have regrouped to push back the Darkspawn in the south. It was easy to... And Chevaliers were massing on our... In any case, there's no use discussing this. We have... Of course... Do you want something? I suppose Eamon is a shrewd man. He'll be advising the boy. He'll do all right, I suppose. Your friend may get good advice from Eamon. The first chance they get, they'll pry concessions out of him. They'll pick at the throne until it's only a gilded chair. Because Eamon, for all his merits, was a conservative man. I was a tyrant. This discussion profits no... Do you want something? I suppose I have a moment. Honora is a good queen. She has been for 5 years now. I am. In all seriousness, Honora is formidable. You should know that by now. They always... But this isn't the time to discuss. Do you want something? I suppose I have a moment. Honora always did have a flair for the dramatic. She could have been a bard. Honora's a politician at heart. There's one thing she knows. It's how to move. Well, I'm sure having you come to her rescue gave Honora no small... But enough about Honora. We ought to get moving. Of course. Do you want something? I suppose I... So she'd fall, skin her knees, and command them to stop squat. But Honora never joined them. If you're expecting some particular insight into my daughter's character, I'm afraid I'm probably not the best. You think? But this is not really the time or place to discuss... Go ahead. Do you want something?
Ωραία.